If fx equals 1 divided by the square root of 2x squared minus 3x, find the derivative of x. Now, this is the only rule that we have at this stage. Ax to the power n. If I find a derivative, I find this. Now, this question is obviously not in this way, which means I'll have to use some other rule. Now we're going to have three rules. The first rule I have looked at in the previous video, which was the chain rule. Now I'm going to show you two ways of the chain rule. The whole one written out and then a shortcut. Now you can work with whatever one you want in the exams, but due to time constraints, I'll say go with the second one. But let's have a look quickly how this happens. I'm going to simplify this and I'm going to say this is the same as 1 over, and I'm going to rewrite this as 2x squared minus 3x to the power. Square root is a half to the power half, but it's underneath the line, so that is minus a half. Take note, this is still fx. Now, it looks a little bit more like this at this stage, but we'll see now that we have a function that is to a function. So this function 2x squared minus 3x need to be applied by another function which is to the power minus half. And because we have a function of a function, we have to use the chain rule. Now, in the previous video, we said the following. We say, let this function be u. So I'm going to say, let u equal 2x squared minus 3x, and then y will equal, and this is u, so it will be u to the power negative a half. So we say this is u, and then y equals u to the power minus half. Now I find what is du dx, the change in u over the change in x. So we differentiate in terms of x. This will give us 2 times 2 is 4x minus, that's to the power 1, comes to the front, negative 3. I'm also going to find dy du, the change in y in terms of u. The minus half comes forward to the front, so it becomes minus a half u to the power minus a half take 1. And take 1 is the same as take 2 over 2, which gives us minus 3 over 2. I'm going to rewrite that then as negative 1 over, the 2 is already underneath the line, u, and this is minus 3 over 2. If it goes underneath the line, it becomes positive 3 over 2. And just to make it easier, I'm going to say that is minus 1 over 2, and cube, or u to the power 3 over 2, gives us the square root of u cubed. Now, if I want to find dy dx, I'm going to say that is du dx multiplied by dy du. Okay, and du dx is 4x minus 3 multiplied by, so that thing multiplied by dy du, which is multiplied by negative 1 over 2. And now I'm going to substitute u back with 2x squared minus 3. So that is 2x squared minus 3x all cubed. Okay, and if I multiply that, my answer is negative 4x minus 3 over 2 2x squared minus 3x cubed. So that's the long cut. That is the long cut. What I've done, just a quick reminder, I said make this u, make that u, and then I substitute u in there, differentiated du dx, and I got my answer. The other way to do it is the shortcut, and I'll use a different color. the other way is to say, okay, so fx equals 2x squared minus 3x to the power minus a half. Please watch the video. Mrs. Bornheimer's video. She uses the inside-outside method. I get a little bit confused with my language impairment. So I talk about this thing. So this function, this thing to the power minus a half, I'm going to do the following. This is the inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the derivative of fx equals something to the power minus a half. I'm going to handle this as the inside function. So this thing to the power minus a half, if I differentiate this, the minus half comes to the front. The thing stays like it is. And then minus a half minus 1 becomes minus 3 over 2. So I differentiated the outside. Now I have to still differentiate the inside. So I'm still going to have to differentiate that thing. And that's how you do the inside-outside. So I say something to the power minus a half. Handle this as a thing. Minus half comes to the front. Plus, I take away 3 over 2. I'll take away 1 over 1. Or 2 over 2. And then I'm going to still multiply by the derivative of that thing. And the derivative of that thing equals 2 goes to the front. It becomes 4x minus 3. So you can see that this is the derivative of that. And you have to multiply by that. If I simplify that now, I'm going to get negative. That 2 is underneath the line. The 2 is underneath the line. This negative 3 over 2 is for this bracket. So that bracket's going to go underneath the line. It's going to become positive. So positive 3 over 2. And 4x minus 3 is above the line. This thing I'm just going to rewrite now. I'm going to say that's minus 4x take 3 over 2. And 3 over 2 to the power 3 over 2 is the same as, that's the square root of this whole thing, 2x squared minus 3x, and that stays cubed. If you look at these two answers, they are exactly the same thing. So, which one of these do you have to use? Let's just zoom out. So, which one of these two do you need to use? If they lead you, like in the previous example, if they lead you in this, you use this method. If they don't say anything, they say just differentiate, you choose between the two. This one is much quicker, so I'd like you to practice this.